Hi guys, and welcome to episode 21 of the Books, Hooks and Yarn knitting podcast. I think it's going to be a super quick one today. I apologise if there is an overexcited dog barking in the background. I will try and get her over here and edit out any barking, hopefully. We might just have to hold her for a little bit. All right. Shh, calm down. All right, so hi, my name's Crystal. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, it's lovely to be talking with you again. Hope you've got some knitting or some crocheting or something hot to drink. Hopefully not a nippy puppy in your lap. I had to pick her up so she would settle down a bit. This is my little knitting podcast and puppy podcast. Stop. I am exhausted. Guys, it was my first day back at work today after having ankle surgery. It was a curriculum day, so I didn't even have to have any students today, and I'm still exhausted. So I think we'll just get straight into it. I don't really have like a full finished object. I was hoping to. Turns out knitting and pain beds don't go so well together, so I have more of a frogging situation to share with you than a finished object. I do have two individual socks, not a pair. I have two socks finished, but not a pair. The first one was the Casual Friday socks that I was working on. Sorry, they're not on a blocker because I don't have one to fit this exact size. And I will mention this multiple times today, but don't knit on pain beds. I did the math wrong for my afterthought here. Thankfully, they basically fit my 6-year-old. So this yarn here for the cuff and the toe and for the main colour is the Casual Friday sock set by Melbourne City Dyeworks. And the heel is Dumbledore's Army by Stitchcraft and Wizardry. Now all I did was cast on a 72 stitch sock. Sorry, it's still a bit fuzzy. 72 stitch sock with my 9-inch Charigoos. I think I used a 2.5, I'm inclined to say. I can tell you exactly because I have my little bag here. My little Masked Circus sock bag. I know, sweetheart. I've got the bag here, but apparently I don't have the needles in here. Not very clever of me, is it? Oh, no, they're not in here. I'm pretty sure it's a 2.5. If it's not, I will change it when I edit. Please don't chew my earrings. And I knit like a big long tube and then I put the toes on. The toes are just like the idea came from a pattern I was doing for a sock swap, and I just like to do this here whenever I can. This toe whenever I can because I just like the look of it and it's nice and simple. And it just gets done really quickly, which I love. So yeah, I also like the shape of it. I like that it's rounded. So that's my sock for my daughter. So now I need to cast on the next one. I'll do it exactly the same. They'll probably be home socks. They go almost maybe 3/4 the way up her leg, which she likes. So yeah, they'll last her a little while too. I won't have to worry about her growing out of them too quickly. Ooh. The other sock I did was from a friend of mine, Liz. She has a indie dyeing. Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to get words out today, guys. She's an indie yarn dyer. I think I said that correctly, I don't know. She does Yarns by the Bay. She's very local to me, and she sent me a pattern. This is a free pattern from Ravelry, the Simple DK Shorty Socks, and some absolutely stunning yarn of hers. This is it here. I don't have the band with me because all my knitting stuff has just kind of been thrown everywhere at the moment, depending on where I'm propped up to knit. I'm pretty sure it's called Eggshell though. This is her DK sock. It's so soft and squishy, and I'm pretty sure the colorway is Eggshell. Look down. There you go. And this is the sock that I made with it. Also not on a blocker because, quite frankly, the idea of getting up to go get them is exhausting. So that is my beautiful sock. And it fits perfectly. So this one was 50, I did the largest size. I think it's 52 stitches. Yep, 52 stitches. Obviously less than what you'd do for fingering weight. I've got to finish. I might just have to chop that off my end. And you basically do the cuff and straight away you do the heel flap and gusset. and then I did 4 gusset decreases, and then I did 42 rounds for the foot. I'm so sorry, guys. And then I did the toes. So these are more of that shape of toe, which I don't mind. It fits I've got wiggly shaped feet, so it fits fine anyway. But they're very soft, and I can't wait to knit the next one because I need to wear socks inside my moon boot. And I feel like these will be perfect because they're just very soft and squishy. So thank you, Liz, very much for the pattern and the socks. They were an absolute lifesaver. These were knit on 3.25s. I started with the Chigu 9-inch, and I did the toes with my double pointed needles. So I need to do the second one of that, and I'll have a nice cozy pair of socks. Should probably weigh my yarn to make sure I've got enough, but I'm pretty sure I will. It doesn't feel like I've used more than 50 grams. So I guess they weren't really finish objects, they're more whips because I've still got the other sock to do. So I guess I will show you the other 2 whips that I have. I ran into a bit of a snag with the test knit that I'm doing, the twisted t-shirt by the Little Wolf knit. Excuse me. It's not an actual cough, it's more of a there's cold there. I didn't take it to hospital with me because I was terrified that if I took it and I tried to knit on it, it would just end up with so many mistakes and me fingering wet yarn. I don't really feel like having to unpick and redo. So I left it at home, so I have made next to no progress, guys. I feel like I might be able to finally start knitting on it again now, so it's going to be my take to work knitting all of this week, and hopefully I can get a bunch more done. Where am I up to? Well, I didn't do too bad, I guess, considering I only knitted on the last couple of days. So that's where I was last time, and that's how much I've done. So I am currently working on the I feel like I'm working on the raglan increases, and I think I've got 11 more rounds to go, or 22 technically, actually 11 of each part. And then I've got one more section to go, and then I can split for sleeves. And then apparently once I split for the sleeves, it just zooms from there. So that should be fine. I am enjoying this. I've learnt quite a lot of things from this. My only issue is because I was learning new stitches and pickups and stuff like that, it's not the neatest. It doesn't look as pretty like in the first 10 rounds or so, but then after that, when I really know what I'm doing, you can see where the pattern is and it looks quite pretty. Oh, this one doesn't look too bad. I don't know why this one looks so nice, but I can show this one. But these are what our increases look like, which is very, very pretty. I quite enjoy these. Does look very nice. It is growing slowly but steadily, and I am very excited when this will be all done. And I have a beautiful top to wear. So yarn, this color here is from Jokamamo Textiles. It is her Fruit Tingle Cocktail. And this is Wisteria from Liz of Yarns by the Bay. So they're both fingering weight yarns, both very soft, and I think they complement each other quite nicely. I can't wait to see this on the cuffs of the sleeves and on the ribbing down the bottom as well. I've just started alternating skeins for this, by the way. I feel like I got to like a part where we were starting to have blocks of knitting. Oh, you can see where I slipped a stitch there by accident. It got twisted. That's okay, I'll sew that up so it's not there anymore when I'm done. And yeah, so I felt like I should start alternating now, so I've just started doing that. I'm just doing every 2 rounds. I just change skeins. My dog has been discovering my knitting and has run off a couple of times with it, and I've got some fluffy bits here every now and then where she's discovered it. Not happy. So that's how that's going. Not overly fast. I need to get cracking on it because I feel like I think I have lots of time left, and next thing I know it's going to be July 14th and I'm going to be like, oh my god, I did not get this done. I'm going to have it. Right, now for my failure of the week. I took this to hospital with me, and it was a great idea to begin with. So last time I showed it to you guys, I just joined in the round. I got it all the way down to, I did the bust, I did all this. I did the bust darts. I separated for the sleeves. Or was that the other way around? I might have separated the sleeves first and then did the bust darts. Yes, I think I did that. And then I was knitting away. I'd gotten down to the bottom V part because I'm doing the Ursa. Sorry, I'm talking about what it is I'm knitting. I haven't even mentioned it because I don't have the pattern here. Because why would I? Oh wait, hold on. Yes, I do. I am making the Ursa by Jacqueline Ceislak, and I was up to this V part here. I was doing that and I realized I had majorly stuffed up on doing that part. I was doing that properly, but then on the sides where this half brioche stitches as well, I was also doing some weird things on one side but not the other because I didn't read the pattern properly. And then once I got started on that part, I just kept going. Sorry about where I'm sitting, by the way, guys. My knitting desk is an absolute mess, and cleaning it off so I could sit and have a nice background was just too much today. So I've got a puppy crawling across my lap, guys. I ended up ripping it back yesterday. That's fine. I just rolled it back up into a gigantic ball. But my problem is when I picked up my stitches, because I ripped back to where I separated for the sleeves, because it was the easiest part for me to recognize in the pattern. Because unfortunately with dark yarn, I'm not great at reading my knitting. But where I picked up from is not where I need to start knitting from. So yeah, that is now my cat at the front door wanting to be let in, even though we have a dog door and she can go around. No, you don't need to bark at her. She'll make her own way in. So now I need to sit here and slip all my stitches back around to where I actually have my working yarn attached to, which is all the way over this side. So it is looking very nice. I am very happy with it. I know it fits well because I figured once I took it off the needles, I would at least try it on. It fits beautifully. So it won't take me long to re-knit up to where I was at. So I'll just keep doing that and hopefully I'll have it done by next week, unless something else happens. I thought I was so clever just knitting away in my hospital bed. So I am using Bendigo Woollen Mills Classic 12 ply in charcoal. Very good price for a jumper's worth of yarn, which I think is very cool. Have some coffee. And that is all of my whips for now, because the shawl that I started, the Friends Like Flowers shawl by Kathy from Whatnot, I am actually keeping away until the 1st of July because I am going to join in the Across the Pond, pretty sure that's what it's called, but I'll pop it down here if I'm wrong, Across the Pond shawl cal that is being run by Little Monkeys and Me and someone else. I'm sorry, I watched it on Little Monkeys and Me podcast, so that's why I know it's by Little Monkeys and Me. But yeah, Fernanda's running a shawl cal and it along with a friend of hers, and I thought that shawl would be perfect for that. So you're allowed to use a whip as long as you've done less than 25%. I've done 6 rows, so I figure it'll be perfect. I actually got all that printed off today and everything, so that'll be ready to go for the 1st of July. I have a lot of purchases, but I don't have them all here with me because they are over there in that mess and I just can't fathom trying to get it all. So what I'll do is I'll just break it up and I'll just show you guys in coming weeks. I'm trying to reduce some spending at the moment, so I'll just space my current purchases out over 3 or 4 episodes. The first one I'm going to show you was actually not a purchase, it was a gift. My very best friend from high school sent me a little package. I got something on my doorstep the other day from Yarn Trader, and I've never bought from Yarn Trader before, and I was kind of freaking out because I had just been watching Mad About You's podcast, and Madeline had just been to South Australia at Fibre Feast, and she had visited Yarn Trader while she was there, and now there's a Yarn Trader package on my doorstep, and I was like, what are the chances? It's such a coincidence. And it turns out it was from my best friend. She had ordered me, we'll skew with guys because I've got a dog sleeping on my cardigan over here. Let me just pull this down. Nope, I'm going to have to do that. That probably just gave it away. 52 weeks of shawls. It is, you know, they both have a very distinctive smell to them. Is that weird? I smell books. Sorry. I am absolutely in love. And thing is, I had also been watching Little Monkeys and Me podcast with Fernanda, and she had just finished a shawl from it. I don't know if she just finished, but she had finished a shawl from in here. And it was absolutely stunning. I feel like it's this one, but I'm not 100% certain. I feel like it is though. I'm pretty sure it was the Aloft shawl. This one here. If it's not, I will put it here, but this looks very familiar. But she did hers in a beautiful, like mustardy, goldy, yellow, syrupy kind of color, which was absolutely stunning. And yeah, I fell in love with it. She made it like small blanket sized. It was absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I am already in love with this book. There's so many shawls in here I want to knit. So if I don't do the Friends Are Like Flower shawl for the knit along, I'll probably pick one from in here. And because she is wonderful and she knows that you can't just send a pattern book without any materials with it, she sent me 2 skeins of Noro Japanese yarn. How stunning are those colors? Not something I would pick for myself, but I'm super glad she picked it because they are beautiful. And I'm really happy to have this in my stash now. I have no idea. So it's 100% wool. Oh, this is the Noro Ito. Means both yarn and young in Japanese. Ito is yarn reborn. That is very cool. There is 400 meters to 200 grams, which makes me feel like it is maybe more than 8 ply. Could be closer to maybe worsted. I'm not really sure. I will have to look it up. But it's very cool. So I've got 2 of those, 2 gigantic skeins. And she said there was a shawl that she found online that used 2 of them. And I think I'm probably gonna make that. There's a couple on Ravelry and stuff that I was looking at today as well that will probably get made. So yes, that was a free gift because she loves me and she supports my habits. Thank you, Mel. Next was last episode. I talked about if anyone knew of anyone that made avocado bags, let me know. And I received an email saying, I don't know anyone, but I can make you some. So I, of course, sorry, that was all quickly. I, of course, said yes. So I was emailing with Tanya and she said she made avocado black bags and she could make me an avocado one if I wanted to. She also mentioned she had Hufflepuff fabric. So I was like, well, since you're making me an avocado bag, could you please also make me a Hufflepuff one? So this is what was on my doorstep when I got home today. This is my avocado one. And it's got a beautiful green bottom, handle, a zip. Oh, that was my fault, sorry, I did not have that straight. And it's all stripedy inside, which is very cool. And this is the Hufflepuff one. Ta-da! There's the badges, Jasmine. Oh, she's asleep. Badger dog my butt. And it's got the mandrake. Is that what they call mandrakes? I should know that. Yeah, so it's my Hufflepuff bag with a handle and a zip and a yellow bottom. And on the inside, there is yellow fabric, very sunny yellow fabric. I absolutely love them. So thank you, Tanya. They will go to good use. I can't wait. I may have also ordered Mel from Down Under Dye. I may have also ordered her avocado bag because what are the chances that 2 avocado bags would present themselves to me so close after that podcast? I, of course, had to snap them up. And speaking of avocados, I bought, this is not going to sound like it's speaking of avocados at all, but I bought my first sock blank from Etsy. I got it from Sal's Crochet Creations, and it has been dyed with avocados. That's why I said speaking of avocados. So that's my sock blank. Look at the beautiful pink tones. Such a beautiful neutral color. I think I'd actually love to try this. So it is 2 strands of fingering weight yarn. Dog ran off with this one's stuck on the couch the other day. So there's 2 strands of fingering weight yarn that have been knitted up together. So I get to pull them apart and knit straight from the sock blank, which is very cool. It's a very soft, drapey fabric. Those 2 knitted together, though, I have to admit, it's very beautiful. But no, I'll separate them. And because I was very interested in the avocado dye down, I also got, sorry, the label's coming off. I also got some tea dyed yarn. I think dyeing with natural components is really cool. So this is also from Sal's Crochet Creations, and this is a 4-ply fingering weight yarn, 100% superwash merino, 400 meters to 100 grams, and it's been dyed with tea, which is very, very cool. So I think I would like to try dyeing some yarn with coffee. If anyone's ever tried that before, let me know. We have a coffee machine that grinds up beans and stuff, and I'd love to use the coffee grounds and like soak them somehow and just see if I can dye some yarn with that. I think that'd be very cool. That is all the purchases I have to show for today, because the rest are over there. I do have quite a lot to show you guys. I stress shopping. It's not my finest hour. That's okay. Coffee and a yarn time, I guess. I love that I say that. I'm sitting here surrounded by yarn. That's how my day's going. Just knock my coffee over. Thankfully I knocked it over into a roll of paper towel. So that could have been so much worse. All right. Yes, time for coffee and yarn while I'm surrounded by yarn, not knocking the coffee over. I had my surgery on, most of you would already know this because you saw me on Instagram. I had my surgery on Wednesday. I got there at 10 and I didn't go in for surgery. I didn't even go in to get changed for surgery until 3:30 in the afternoon. I fasted from 5 o'clock in the morning to not have surgery until 3:30 in the afternoon. Not fun. Surgery went wellish. The arthroscope didn't work very well apparently because my ankle was really tight and there was still a lot of swelling. I've got artificial things in my body now. There's a tightrope on my front of my foot and the side of my foot, which is basically just a thing to help keep my ankle together there, to drill through my bones to hold everything together. And yeah, recovery has not been fabulous. I had to stop taking endone because it was making me really sick. But other than that, I'm just wearing my moon boot. I've got that for 6 weeks. My stitches come out next week, thank goodness, because I've got 6 stitch sites and there's 2 stitches in each one and they're painful and itchy and the boot puts pressure on them. I've already had to change dressings and stuff because I've bled through. Other than that, just trying to take it easy. 3 days left of work and then I'm on school holidays, so that'll be great. Sorry for that bit of interference, guys. Hubby was just dropping the youngest home so I can go get the eldest. She wanted to come home before he went and got her. Yeah, so recovery isn't too bad. I'm just trying to take it easy, do as I'm told. I have physio on Thursday. Be interested to see what he says because he's the reason that I ended up getting all this done, because without him telling me to go for an MRI and then pushing me through to the orthopedic surgeon, who knows how long I would have been in an ankle brace for, and just hobbling around and putting up with the pain and thinking it was normal to be basically useless as soon as I got home from work. It's bluey. Yeah, not a long one today, guys. I will see you next week, stitch free, and hopefully with a bit more knitting to show you. Maybe some finished objects, that would be nice. Until then, guys, please look after yourselves mentally, emotionally, socially, physically. I will make sure I do that this week because all of that's important, and so are you. Bye.